Greetings, minions, Erathians, and fellow gamers. This is Silverblade Dagger, playing Empyrion, Galactic Survival, and this is episode 26. And if you saw the last episode, I gathered up some copper, got hypnotized by the enchanting lure of the blue flame. I exited the game, did another backup, and yeah, so let's head back to base with our copper and boogie on out of here. And see if I can remember the way back. I think is this a way. Put a little roll on it. I think I went the wrong way, so let's see, which way do we go? Yep, that's the way. That's the 2 rocks for the silicon. Alright. So how you doing? I'm doing pretty spiffy. I got my ship working. Doing a lot better now that some time has passed since I got royally cheesed about losing my ship and dying. But I'm all better now. And so is my ship. It flies pretty decently. It could use a little tweaking, as any build you're going to make in this game probably will require. But overall, I am pretty content about its functionability. Because if you know me, I'm more about practicality than aesthetics. Not that I think that aesthetics have no purpose. Whoa, that's a landing I didn't really intend to want to do. Alright, get up before you get down. And okay, so I gotta get adjusted to these controls. And I think this is just about right. Give it a little bit of momentum and stop. Give it a little bit of a twist. I want to land this just right so I can hit the right spots for painting it. And a little more twist. It really is overly responsive. But you know what? It works. So I shall bitch no more. Alright, so that plants me on top of the wing when usually I have a hell of a time doing so. It was just the jump jets. So anyways, we're good. Let's get inside, get that copper cranking. Let's see about making some more emergency rations. Because we may be relying on those for our nom-noms for a while. Because we're going to be going into space. We're going to do what we can. Well, maybe not next episode, but eventually what we're going to do is we're going to get into space. We're going to get to that research station. And we are going to loot like it's 1999. Y2K? You remember that? Anyways, we just need to build up our stocks a bit. Now, at some point, we're going to have to get magnesium powder, because we are running low on that. I put all but one in the food replicator. So that actually, let's just max this son of a bitch out. It ain't going to make that much, I'm sure, but it'll max it out. That's all I really have designs for. So let's see. We gotta put some food in there now to make food rations. I believe I covered this before, but let's do this again just to be on the safe side. Now we got these, which are our energy pills. The energy pills is why you would need the eggplant parts, and the magnesium powder. Now I've already got 15 of these created, so we're good with that. Now to make the emergency rations, you need 2 plastic raw materials, and I believe that's, let's see, that's rock dust. That's a plastic right there, so we got that. Now to make the plastic, basically you need rock dust and corn. We don't need to make any more plastic, so we're fine there. Right, excuse me. We got the 1 energy pills. Now we need 3 hams. And fortunately for you, I did some hunting. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This should be enough to make 4 if we have all the materials anyway. So put all this in here. Now we're going to need, let's see, if we're going to make 4, we're going to need 4 bread. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So deposit those. Now we're going to need 2 space durians, so we need 8 space durians. I don't think we have all of them up in here. Yeah, we got 3. So let's go harvest. I'm sure they're ready by now. So we get all the space durians and all the parathing fruits. We don't need the corn, don't need the wheat. The wheat is used with purified water to make dough, which then makes bread. In case I didn't mention that part. Yeah, so now we gotta get the pears. If I could spin around right. And picky up. Little fruity pickup. Little fruity for a little tootie. Yep, I just went there. And I'm not taking it back. No regrets. I regret nothing. Alright, so we got our durians, we got our pear things. We should have enough now to make at least 4 emergency rations. And we're going to need a touch of oxygen, because breathing is fun. The mental. If I can get around this thing. Now I've seen games for kicks climb inside the chamber, but for some reason I can't get in there, and the only way I can get oxygen is coming up beside the machine. I don't know why that is for me, and you know, it's different with him, but it also could be because he's got a better setup computer-wise than I do, and we all know how my jumping is. This white man can't jump, so we need 8 durians. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops, I should stay in that. Now we need 8 parathing fruits. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll need 3 fiber. We got plenty of that. 2 rock dust, plenty of that. And 5 water, 5 times 4. Yeah, we got plenty of that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if it makes 5, but I'm 100% certain that we're not going to have enough for that. So while those are generating, let's back up and deposit our other produce here. And I'll have to sort that out some other time. Excellent. We got 2 emergency rations. Now, I know the other guys who make the videos of this game, they have their preferences for other stuff. I know that one person likes the Dino Stew Royale, or Royal, likes canned meat. Other people like, see, space fries, And there was something else I can't recall right offhand, but personally, when it comes to making food that doesn't spoil, that will bring your health up practically from zero, because I think your maximum health, or your food anyway, excuse me, I think the maximum total of your food bar is 500 points. And if you look at the emergency rations, uh, food 500 points, and it has no perishing time. It jacks up your stamina 250 points, so that's also a good thing. And it gives you a small bump in hit points by 5. And 0 health, or maybe the hit points is what the actual thing is, the packet of food. But still, it doesn't really boost your health, but it jacks up your food all the way. And if stamina and food are on the same level, then it'll fill your stamina by half. Okay, so that is actually really good. Now, yeah, it does take a lot of ingredients, and it's made up of other things that have component parts to it. But I think in the long run, it's a much more worthy thing to have. It never spoils. It won't take up space. It doesn't need to take up space in your freezer. It won't spoil. It maxes out your food all the way. It even bumps up your stamina, which I didn't think about until I reread the stats. And I think you get more benefit out of it than the component parts. Maybe not. I could be wrong on that. But still, if you're going to go on a long space trip, in my mind, emergency rations is the way to go, not the canned goods. Although the canned goods are good, I would say that because they're perishable, they're more suited to if you have already established bases like on the other planets or in space. So you have way stations along the way where you can store them, like a mass number of them. Then I could see having, the dino stew, the canned meat, and all that stuff. But if you're going to go long trip and you don't have any place between here and there, or even on the other end of your trip, where you can fuel up or anything like that on food, emergency rations are the bee's knees. Okay. And then even then, the component parts to harvest it all, you can even use those individually as well. So that's just my personal preference. I'd rather not have the risk of things perishing, especially if you're stuck somewhere far away, like your ship's crashed or something like that. I would much rather have food that doesn't rot on me. And the reason I'm doing this is I don't know if I'm just trying to keep these topped off. So let's see, we need to get some electronics built. We don't have any immediate need for them, but I do want to keep that that level topped off, and eventually I want to have it so I have a minimum of 100 of everything. That way I can go a while and not worry about running out. And motors, I'm going to need more of these in the long run, so we'll just make 10 of those. Now that we're pretty well off, we're going to need magnesium powder. No big whoop. That's for our ammo, and I think I might have ammo already in here. Ooh, I do not. At least not for my semi-automatic rifle. Alright, so we'll have to do something about that. But before we get into a trip, let's go and finish painting those edges on my ship. because it does start to irritate me. The little fine details like that aren't tended to. Alright, so blue, I picked it because it's just a nice, I like the intensity of the blue. It's a nice like cobalt blue. The other colors are fine, but you know, white and blue work together. And if you have Scottish heritage or Jewish Israeli heritage, white and blue are kind of good colors for you. In my case, I have Irish heritage, and so the heritage thing is rather irrelevant. Alright, I stuck the landing. Get up there, you hoser. And I hit the wrong button. Bloody freaking da. Alright, let's see, maybe we can get it from here. If we're careful. Nudge over, and there we go. So I can't think of anything else that didn't get painted right. Oh, did I take some... Oh, for a sec there I thought I took some damage. Alright. She's looking good, my friends. I don't know about you guys, what your opinions are. I haven't published any videos since I built this yet. I usually do these in batches. But I really would love to hear what you guys think of this. You know, what I could do to make it better too would be nice to hear. So there's that. Now eventually I'm going to be painting the base. I haven't really figured out what colors I'll do. I might do like blue for the main building. These catwalks or these pathways, white. Here I'm thinking I'll do it in green, and I got to get glass up on this, but I'll be doing this in green because green plants, you know, kind of goes together. And then out here on the landing bay, I'm thinking of doing like maybe yellow over here for my ground vehicle, and either black with red trim for my space vehicle. And I'm going to be redoing the landing area at some point. I kind of want to, what I'm thinking of doing is a raised platform that kind of angles out. So like, you know, you have a pathway, and it'll go up and add a diagonal and then go to a circular-esque landing platform. And then around the edges of the platform, I'm thinking of building kind of something like this, where I could do like a catwalk above and around it. And I'm thinking of setting up sort of like a hook. Or maybe not so much like a hook. Well, it's kind of like a hook. What it'll be is, because we'll have a wing above and below, I'm pretty certain I might have to make it a little bit bigger, but basically it's like a slot for the ship to slide through and rest on the upper wings on these big blocks. So like this block here, it'll be like a long, like 3-4 blocks long, and it'll be on both sides, and it'll just dock into it and just slide onto it. And that way I can get up above it and work on the top. I can get below it and work underneath. It won't have to land like a conventional vehicle. Hell, in Babylon 5, it slid off of rails and dropped into space. Sort of a similar concept. And in this way, I can work all the way around it with relative ease. And it would be different than just belly flopping it, really. And for the ground vehicle, I'm thinking just you know, a little platform like this. I don't know if I'll do it circular or not, but I want to give it enough room so I can come in, lift off, rotate, and come back out. And so that's kind of what I got in mind. Now these plans are subject to change, and if you've watched my videos long enough, you know that I change my mind from time to time. So, you know, who knows? It might stay the same, it might change, but it'll be cool. So let's top these bad boys off. We're using up a lot of power. Now, one thing I do want to do is build a couple more lights. And I'm thinking of, let's see, before we build those, we're still constructing that stuff anyways, I want to put lights in the center areas over here. Because if you've noticed, it gets pretty dark in this area. So let's see what we got in my... Okay, I don't have blocks. Do I need them? So, well... So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Oh, and by the way, here's those alien tentacle Akiva fruit, Akiva fruit. Let's see, what does it say it is? Aqua fruit? Aqua fruit, okay. And I found one of those and made seedlings out of it, so there's that. But I'm wanting to put a light between each of these, so 1, 2, 3, 4 lights. And I'm also going to need to make more seedlings out of these aqua fruits. So that'd be what, 4? When it's all said and done anyway. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Excuse me, my throat's getting a little dry from talking so damn much. The nice thing about living alone is I don't have to talk to anybody usually. And so talking like this without anyone around is a little awkward and a bit of a strain to my voice apparently. Of course, it doesn't help that I smoke, which, yeah, I know I shouldn't do. There's a lot of things I shouldn't do. So let's see, how many did we need? 4? And what was there? Was that silicon? I'm out of silicon already. Alright, well, we'll have to do a silicon run at some point. Alright, so let's lighten these bad boys up. There. 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 And there. Now let's see. Oh, I didn't pick those up yet. They haven't been made yet. Derp. Okay, so it's not a bit brighter, a little bit cheerier in here now instead of so dark and gloomy. I'm thinking that my at least part of my hangar bay will be enclosed, but it'll be enclosed in glass. So the skylights are definitely going to be needed. I'm going to need silicon, in other words. But I'm thinking I'll probably get most of that glass from the Titan. You know, just go over there and strip it down. I'm not sure I want to do that on camera though, because that's going to be a lot of work. I might do a little bit on camera. I'm not 100% of that right yet. And let me get a swig of some Mountain Dew. Now, after I'm done recording this episode, I'm going to be recording another game, a third game for my channel. I haven't set a schedule yet or a release time for the videos yet. I haven't even made them yet, but I'll be recording those next. The way the game works is I'll record one episode per level of the game. So some episodes will be long, some will be relatively short. Hopefully it'll be a lot of fun. I've enjoyed the game a lot, and I think I mentioned it a few episodes ago. My niece loved it, and yeah, so it was a lot of fun to play with her. It was a lot of fun to play the game, period. I mean, I played it several years ago, actually, now. Let's see, it'd be about 5 or 6 years ago that I started playing it. And it's good enough that I keep coming back to it from time to time. Now, when I make the videos for it, like I said, it'll be one episode for each level. And there is several expansions to the game, so it's even more levels. But I don't believe that they're making any more levels for the game. I don't believe they're making. I don't even know if they went past the second game, because there is another. There's the first game, which has a bunch of the expansion content, and then they made a sequel to the game. It's got slightly better graphics, and it's not too bad graphics in the first game either. And I don't know if they're releasing new content for that second game at all. And that one didn't come out too long ago either. That one came out like within the last year, I think, something like that. But anyways, I will be doing episodes of that, and I won't even mention the name of it yet. But I hope you guys will join me for that game. And like I said, it'll be one level per episode. I can't think of anything else to add in regards to that. But I had a lot of fun with it. You'll have a lot of fun with it, I'm sure. It's got a good story to it, I think. The dialogue's really great. The voice acting, which is one of my main things, is voice acting. The voice acting in it, I think, is pretty damn good for a video game. And I look forward to playing it with you guys and enjoying it with you. And I didn't paint that one corner. Anyway, we got a lot of work to do. We got to get into space. We got to get some mining done, which a lot of the mundane stuff, like I've mentioned before, I'll do off camera. Spare you guys the drudgery, the horror. But yeah, we're pretty much out of time, guys. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please click the like button. If you didn't like this video, well, click the dislike button. But please leave a polite or constructive comment in the section below telling me why you didn't like it. If you were bored, come on now. If you watch my episodes, you're aware of my routine statements, but I'm going to say them anyway. If you are bored, click the dislike button, then the like button. They'll cancel each other out, and it'll give you something to do. Yeah, that's always nice, right? If you feel my videos are worthy, by all means, please share them on whatever social media websites you use. Facebook, Twitter, Google+, by God, even MySpace, if anyone's still there. And please subscribe so you can keep up to date with all my episodes of Empyrion and even 7 Days to Die and my currently mystery game that I will be doing recording on in probably about 5 minutes. So thank you guys for sticking with me. I really do appreciate all of you. I really appreciate your comments and support. I really want to interact with you guys more, and the best way to start is leave comments. Let me know what you guys are thinking, what you guys would like to see. I'm really curious to know what you guys got in mind and to get to meet some of you guys, at least in text. So until next time, guys, see you later. Twitch.